Good morning, Jackson staff and students. It is a fantastic Friday today as we follow our Tiger Truths of be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. I have Miss Florence Becker here from Mrs. Vasquez's 5th grade class to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Come on up, Flo. How are you doing?
Good.
Awesome. Let's place our right hand on our heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Excellent job. Thank you very much. Okay, boys and girls, next week is Red Ribbon Week. These flyers should have gone home either yesterday or they'll go home with you today. Remember, Monday is our first day, and it is I must ask you not to do drugs. And so that's pretty cool. I also want to share that this morning the firefighters are here, and the firemen will be here in regards to visiting the fire truck and coming into some of the classrooms and meeting with our students. I do want to make sure that you remember to do that and follow your Tiger Truths when they're here. It has been kind of cool. Yesterday and today we have community helpers. We've had the police department here. Officer Studica is our school resource officer at Jackson, and she comes into classrooms just to touch base with kids and our school. She wants to build that great relationship with each and every one of you. She does sometimes read stories in classrooms. She does classroom talks and answers questions, and she is available. So teachers, if you are interested in having Officer Studica come into your classroom, please let me know. As well as today the firefighters are here. So it is really pretty cool. We are ending up or finishing off our fire safety week. So boys and girls, we do remember to make fire safety plans with your parents at home so that everyone can remember to be safe. And then remind mom and dad to change those batteries and check on all of your fire detectors throughout the house. Mrs. Everhart, come on up.
Well, good morning.
How are you?
I thought I was going to miss it. Whew.
Did you run down the hall?
I used my walking feet.
Thank
my
you very
friends.
much. I
did.
appreciate that.
And I made it. The doors were locked to the library, so I went the long way around.
Oh, that's because Mrs. Marshall is at another school this morning.
I made it, so it's okay. But I have some names I need to announce
Awesome.
for our PBIS prize winners for the week. Now, classroom teachers, please give me like 5 minutes to set the things up in the office, or else there's going to be nothing for your students to pick from. So give me 5 minutes after I'm done reading the names. Boys and girls, remember, the more tickets you get, the more your chances of getting picked to be the PBIS prize winner goes up. So I love seeing all of you guys using your Tiger Truths, respectful, responsible, and safe. And remember, this month we're really working on being safe and not bullying.
I love it.
Yeah. And if you see someone being unkind to another person, you have the right to say, you know what, that's not okay. You need to stop.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
So if I'm on the bus and I'm a Jackson student, I ride the bus home, and I am watching somebody say things that aren't very nice to a friend, what should I do?
You can do two, well, I would recommend doing two things. Number one, tell the person to stop, but if you feel uncomfortable saying that, then I would go directly to the bus driver. Let the bus driver know right away, because if you're all the way in the back, I don't think the bus driver can see all the way back there, and they need to be aware of what's happening as well.
So it's okay to follow my Tiger Truths on the bus?
Absolutely, you should be following your Tiger Truths on the bus. And remember, there is a big difference between tattling and reporting. Tattling is when you're trying to get someone in trouble, and reporting is when someone is being hurt, someone else is saying not so kind things or saying they're going to hurt them, or it's an adult-sized problem, something that you can't solve on your own. So it is 100% okay to report that to the bus driver.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm getting, as a principal, lots and lots of bus referrals, and there's some really bad problems on the bus. Boys and girls, I taught those bus expectations, and if you're wanting to ride on field trips, I highly recommend that your bus behavior improves, or you may be home the day of a field trip because you're expelled from the bus.
There's some good field trips coming up within
There
the next
are.
week, aren't there?
There are. Mm-hmm.
So classroom teachers, like I said, give me at least 5 minutes to get the prizes set up. Also make sure that you get your students down as soon as you can, preferably before 10 a.m. lunchtime, just because Miss Carol Lee is the only one in there along with Mrs. Moyson, and it's just lots of kids coming in and out for lunch. So boys and girls, when we say your name and when your teacher says it's okay, come on down and we'll get your prize. So from Mrs. Balch's class, Carson Knapp. From Mrs. Shear's class, Jana Gauger. From Mrs. Rosberg's class, Marilyn Rodriguez. From Mrs. Ransom's class, Braxton Smith. From Mrs. Dravis's class, Gideon Raditz. From Mrs. Mentink's class, Brianna Cruz. From Mrs. Masterson's class, Thomas Perlis. From Mrs. Roth's class, Gigi Flores Aranda. From Mrs. Anderson's class, Rizzo Thomas. From Mrs. Sweeney's class, Veda Hammer. From Mrs. Moyle's class, Christopher Stevens. From Miss Peterson's class, Adeline Kohlberg. From Miss Reister's third grade class, Brianna Gonzalez Aranda. From Mrs. Jansen's class, Nate Bielhars. From Mrs. Dunmore's class, Emma Kubno-York. From Mrs. Garner's class, Canella Cruz Walls. From Mrs. Crandall's class, Keegan Bennett. From Mr. Reese's class, Soraya Madding. And from Mrs. Vasquez's fifth grade class, Jack Hudson. So congratulations to all of the winners. Remember, your name got picked, so just use your Tiger Truth if your name did not get picked to earn some more Tiger tickets.
I think that's
Yeah.
great.
Mhm.
Thank you
Perfect.
very much.
Thank you.
And do we need to continue giving out Tiger tickets if we're a staff member?
Absolutely.
I have seen it kind of, I think, lull. Time to pick it up again.
And remember, if you need more tickets, they are in the workroom in a big basket, purple and gold.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, boys and girls, so remember, it's Red Ribbon Week next week, and we today have our firefighter visit, and at 10 o'clock we will be doing a fire drill, or right around 10 o'clock, if it is not raining. So we will follow the progress of our weather to see or not if it's raining. Let's make it a fantastic Friday today, and don't forget to be awesome.